What should you do when a child says, I love you? Or when a little one runs up and wants a hug? You want to be warm and caring, but at the same time, there are safeguarding boundaries to think about, and we will tackle them head on today. Hello, fabulous TAs. I'm Lauren Reesner. I was a TA one to one and HLTA for 20 years, and I even did 6 weeks of teacher training, but I absolutely hated it. And now I create videos that answer all your TA questions. So if you want to learn more about being a TA, growing confidence, cope with interviews, and all manner of other TA related stuff, start right now by subscribing to my channel. Teaching assistants are in a unique position. You're a key part of children's daily lives, providing emotional support and encouragement as well as learning. Naturally, children form bonds with you, and that's a good thing. But when it comes to expressing affection, safeguarding policies and professional boundaries come into play. So let's break down why these policies exist, what you need to be mindful of, and how you can respond in a way that's warm, reassuring, and professional. Now, I know this subject is a bit controversial, so stay tuned because at the end of this video, I give my take on the information I'm about to give you. So, can you say I love you back to a child? You might be working with a child who suddenly looks up at you and says, I love you. It's a heartwarming moment, but how should you respond? So, why schools have a professional approach about this? While children sometimes use I love you to mean trust, appreciation, or simply liking an adult, responding with I love you too isn't always appropriate. Here's why. Maintaining boundaries. Professional relationships should be caring but not personal. Avoiding misinterpretation. Even though your intentions are innocent, words can be taken out of context. Safeguarding concerns. Schools follow clear safeguarding policies to ensure all interactions with children are safe. If you are not clear on your school's safeguarding policy on how to respond to a child in this situation, find out what it is to ensure you respond appropriately. Now, there are alternative responses that feel warm and are safe for both you and the child. So if the child says, I love you, try responding with something like, that's so kind of you. I think you're amazing too. Or, that's lovely to hear. I really enjoy spending time with you. Or, you're such a fantastic part of our class. I love seeing you try your best. This way, you're acknowledging their feelings while keeping the response appropriate. And this way, you are not leaving yourself open to any false accusations either from the child or another adult. Now, is it okay to hug a child? TAs often find that younger children seek physical comfort. A child who's upset may instinctively run in for a hug, but should you allow it? Let's look at why physical contact needs careful consideration. Different schools have different policies when it comes to physical contact. Some schools discourage all physical contact, while others allow appropriate reassurance in certain situations. So check with your school's guidelines or ask your designated safeguarding lead if you don't know what your school's safeguarding policy is on this. So to ensure safeguarding boundaries are adhered to, you must always let the child lead, never initiate a hug yourself. Use side hugs or alternative comforting gestures. Full body hugs aren't appropriate. A reassuring pat on the shoulder, side hug, or kneeling down to their level and talking to them can be effective alternatives. Always be visible. If physical reassurance is needed, make sure it's done in an open, supervised setting. You need to do this to protect yourself as well as the child. Alternative ways to comfort a child without hugging. So instead of a hug, try using a calm, reassuring voice. I can see you're upset. Would you like to talk about it? Offering a distraction. Shall we go and see what game your friends are playing? Encouraging deep breaths. Take a deep breath with me. Let's count to 5 together. Side by side support. Sitting next to them with a calm presence can be just as comforting. Now, as a teaching assistant, your role, in addition to teaching, is to nurture, support, and care for children, but within the professional and safeguarding boundaries set by your school. So, the key takeaway is you don't need to say, I love you back, and you don't always need to give a hug to show warmth and support. Your words, encouragement, and calm presence are more than enough to make a child feel safe and valued. If you're ever in doubt, check with your school's safeguarding lead. But remember, being warm and professional aren't opposites. You can do both. Now, as I said at the beginning, I know this is a controversial subject because many of you see your role in a particular nurturing way, like you're stepping in for parents whilst their children are in school. And I get it, I honestly do. But hand on heart, can you truly say the system of DBS checks is foolproof and there is no chance that someone with ill intent can get a job in a school? And hand on heart, can you say that the children you support will never encounter someone who wants to harm them? I can't. And it's for those reasons that I believe TAs can equip children with the knowledge that there are safer ways to receive care and comfort when they are away from the main adults they trust. It's not about you or me or about the way we feel and think. It's about them, the children, and the world they are growing up in. Keeping them safe is paramount. But what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more help with safeguarding the children you support, here are 2 videos to choose from.